And then we worked out it was Samuel L. Jackson. And you were like, I don't know, I think he's an actor or something. Morning, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
Morning, mate. Morning.
How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. How are you guys?
I'm good. How old are you now?
28 now.
28.
28.
It's so crazy because even though I met you right at the beginning, or towards the beginning of it all, of this amazing journey you've had, it's only just dawned on me now. So, at the age that you were, am I right in saying you played Glastonbury at 16?
I was 17.
Oh,
17, yeah. But yeah, that photo would have been about 19 or something there, I think.
I think so.
Nearly 10 years, yeah. It's crazy.
It is mad, isn't it? Even back then, when I met you in the early days, you don't get phased, or you certainly didn't get phased then. And also, you're very, very down to earth, almost too down to earth. And I remember the story you told me. I saw you we met in the pub. I think I'd met you before. I think I'd met you a few times. And you'd just done the Graham Norton show.
Yeah.
And I said, oh man, that's brilliant. That's massive. And you went, yeah. And I went, that's so great. You're on that show. They have like massive stars. Who was on it? And you went, someone called Jackson, someone. And I went, Jackson, who? Jackson. And then we worked out it was Samuel L. Jackson. And you were like, I don't know, I think he's an actor or something. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so young. You're just so young. But back then, you weren't phased. I saw you play the other stage at Glastonbury. And we were all buzzing, and there was like Jodie and me and all the boys were there, and we'd all got to know Jake, and we were so buzzing. And I remember seeing your drummer before he went on, and he's like, we're playing Glastonbury, it's great. And you seemed unfazed by the whole thing. Are you unfazed by it, or is it just all inside? Are you like, yeah, I'm playing Glastonbury?
No, I think obviously there's a lot of apprehension and nerves involved, because I think if you didn't have those things, then I think it shows that you wouldn't care. And I think to be nervous and about such circumstances, then it shows you care. But obviously it's very easy to get caught up in all the hype around it. And so obviously inside, I was obviously had very strong emotions, but I had to have a calmness on the outside. And also just to keep myself composed, really. You don't want to get overexcited and make a big mess of it. So, yeah, definitely on the outside, I probably didn't give as much away as what was going on the inside, that's for sure.
But do you look back, so you're 28 now, do you look back at what you were like then? Are you impressed? Because that's very impressive for someone, because your rise was relatively swift. It was like that album came out, and it was a big album, and then you were everywhere. And and you very quickly, within a couple of years, you were headlining the other stage, I think, that year, I think.
Yeah. I think that's also kind of what, for me, it didn't make it too bad, because I suppose it was happening all kind of pretty fast. And it's very hard to even reflect on the day that's just gone, never mind to think about the day ahead. So for me, I was just like, kept my head down and got on with it. And obviously, I think at that age, you just want to get on with it. And whereas now I'm a lot more appreciative and grateful for those opportunities. But yeah, I think it's just more about getting on with it and not trying to get too excited, really.
Radio. The Chris Moyles Show.